Hello, Bethany and Sarah. Welcome. Just getting started. Hello, Sassy Townie. Hello, Peggy. Hello. You can ask me questions if you want to. I'm working on my first solo exhibit, building my artistic career as an author and a visual artist. That's why I'm using dictionary pages in this collage. I'm also going to be writing short stories. So each of the 10 canvases is going to be it's going to have a short story that go along with it. I've been an author since 2013, and I was looking for a way to combine writing with visual arts, and I believe I found it. So this is just a background that I'm working on. There will be paint on top, going on top of this later on. I'm streaming from Canada. We had snow yesterday, so it's very nice outside with the trees just charged with snow. Let me know if you have questions. I have 10 of those to make. This is the 7th one. I've been going live every day since the past 2 weeks. So this has been my focus in my studio. And today I'm also going to start on the short stories. All this will come together during my first solo exhibit, and I'm also going to self-publish a book with the artwork and the short stories. I'll be also streaming live from this big night where we launched the exhibit. So you can follow my profile if you want to be there with us virtually. It's gonna be a lot more noise than here in my studio. Here it's just relaxing. After my show, do the words you cut out have a meaning when you read it on table? No, it doesn't have a meaning. What it does have as a meaning, it's more of an abstract meaning, because there is a link between my job as an author and my career as a visual artist. There's also a link because it's an English and French dictionary, which are our national languages here in Canada, and I am a very proud Canadian. And there's also a link because I speak French and English, so those are the two languages that I speak more frequently. So it all good reasons to be using this specific paper type, because I could have used many other things, but this one really appealed to me. It just made sense, and also we were going to throw it away. It was going to the recycling bin at my work, my day job. So it's another reason to save it from the trash and give it a second life. I look at both sides of the paper, like I pick it up with the brush, and then I look at both sides and I pick the side that has the most ink on it. I want it to look full and busy. And if I have like one like this where there is a space here on the side, I'll try to leave it so that I can eventually cover that space with another piece. My show will happen in May. I might change the date. I was thinking of May 28th, but I have found a plane ticket to go to, I'm not gonna say it yet because since I'm not sure I'm gonna buy it yet. So I found a cheap plane ticket to travel, so I might move the date up so that I can travel after the show. It'll be like a reward. I don't want to leave before the show because I'll always have that on my mind and I won't be feeling free. I won't be able to be truly present in the moment if I'm just thinking about everything I have left to plan, because I do need to prepare a speech. I'll be selling my books, so I need to create them, order them, have someone selling them. I need to I need to do a lot of things, but I'll get help with AI just to make sure I don't forget anything, like a to-do list, like what am I supposed to think about? I want to invite media. I want to have someone recording live. I need to pick the music, make sure that I'm allowed to use the said music because of all the copyrights and stuff. I want to use copyright-free music. What are you making? I can show you a mock-up. This is the goal. There's going to be a painting in the center. So making art, being creative here in my studio. Kathy, no problem. My pleasure. I do make more commercial work, but for the next couple of months, I'll be focused on this more artsy type of work. I want to create pieces that bring interest, curiosity, conversations. They're like conversational pieces instead of decorative pieces. I'll be also trying to apply to other spaces later on after the first show. And professional artist spaces will give you some money kind of to rent out the work, and that's how I'll I'm hoping to make some of the money back from the investment on this project. But it's just hit or miss. You never know. I've been trying for a long time, but I feel each time I'm getting closer and closer. And each time I always feel like it's gonna happen now. Like I made it, I know they're gonna use my work, and then I get a refusal. I got good news yesterday. One of my piece is gonna be part of a collective exhibit. It's outside here in a small town. They print the artwork on big pieces of plastic or metal, not really sure. And it's being exposed the whole summer in their like outside museum. And I get a big check for that, a big $50. But it's a way for me to get paid as an artist. Obviously I have a day job, so I don't buy my groceries with this right now. I make a couple $100 a year as an author and as a painter. But this year I'm working harder to get noticed. I'd like my pieces to sell internationally eventually. For these pieces are eventually going to go up for sale. They're going to be $500 each. And they come with a short story. So it's not just the artwork that you're buying. Or you can buy the hardcover book with all the paintings in it and the stories. If you would like to support me, you could subscribe, follow. Here I need 1,000 followers to get some of the features on TikTok. I'm almost at 400. So that's a free way to help me out. Oh, thanks for following me. Thank you so much. Also, if you follow me, you'll get notified when I go online, and you'll also be able to make sure that you don't miss when I do the live during the big show. And I'm also doing pourings on top of these, so the pourings are gonna be live also. What is the white stuff in the bowl? It's this professional glue. That's what I'm using for my collage. I just like to have it there. It's just easier to reach. And it's a professional glue that has a special UV protection. Kathy, no problem. You can ask questions. Do you cut the paper yourself? Yes, I tear the little pieces of paper from a dictionary. And believe me or not, there's a method to it. I'm very specific about like the way I tear the paper. So I'm trying to use this project not to be so much of a control freak and productivity obsessed person. So as you can see, this is a tedious process. And so that's a way for me to let go of productivity, but still, I still have my little methods of controlling. Like, for example, I'll look both sides of the paper to make sure that I use the side that has the most ink on it. I want to make sure that my canvas is fully covered, so I go all the way back. Also, I'm covering the whole canvas, even though I'll know there will be a big blob of paint in the middle. I could just leave it blank in the middle. There is no logical reason for me to do this whole canvas to cover it all, other than enjoying just taking time for myself. Just got a warning that some comments were filtered out. I don't know. Justin, I don't know what you're making, but I love it. Thank you so much. Here's a mock-up of what I'm trying to achieve here. I'll have 10 backgrounds like this, and then I do a big pouring in the middle. And this is my first solo exhibit, and it's probably going to be in May, but I'm thinking of moving the date. So right now it's supposed to be May 28th, but I'll probably try to move it at the beginning of May. So the type of paint I'll be using for my acrylic pour, it's an acrylic pour, so acrylic painting. I have a link on my profile if you want to see the brand, because some acrylic paints are really thick, so you would need to add some products in it to make it more fluid. But some paints are more just come out like already more fluid. So the brand that I'm using, you don't need to mix water or other products in it. You can use as is. Do you have the area for pouring free from paper? No. I don't know if you were there when I was saying that, but I know this is not efficient at all. But one way for me to make it logical, even if it's not a really a really logical reason, but I'm just telling myself that maybe the paint will not move as planned, and I don't want to risk having a white space in the pouring and not being able to fix it. But I think I'm just looking for a reason to have that sense of being complete. I think it's more of a mental problem than logical problem. It's your heart, so you can make it the way you want. Thank you so much. Thanks, that's validating. You're right. That's so right. That's something we need to remind ourselves, right? Sometimes I speak with my sister and we're just telling ourselves truths like that, but like, I already knew this, but yeah, I needed a reminder. I'm lucky enough that I was picked to join a group of artists, and we each share like our what's hard about our journey and stuff like that. And last time it was my turn to share something. So my topic was about how I don't know what I'm going to be making next, because I'm so focused on this right now, and just feels like this project is so meaningful to me that I'm scared of not finding something else afterwards that would light me on fire as much. And yet I don't want to repeat this project because it's a one-time thing to me. Like, I want to move on to something else after. I want to create something different after. And one of the guys said, you know what, why don't you just trust yourself? Like, this idea that you're working on right now just came up randomly. So why don't you believe that it could happen again next time? I'm like, yeah, why don't I just focus on this right now, and then we'll see later. Because there are many things I want to experiment with. I see so many artists here on TikTok showing what they're doing with, I really enjoy like threads, like hand stitching, but I haven't been doing anything with that. So maybe adding stitches to a canvas over like a pouring. I know that the pouring needs to stay. That's something that I want to keep for sure. And I know it's going to be abstract too. And I know I'm going to keep writing books. I have 10 right now. I have a draft on my computer also that I need to rework on. So this is also going on at the same time. Kylie, I could watch this forever. What are you making? I'm making 10 canvases that will be covered with this, and then there's gonna be a paint pouring in the middle. And just to hook you up, there's a YouTube channel where I put some of the recordings, so you could watch it forever. My handle is in my profile picture. I've been doing those lives for the past 2 weeks, and this is the 7th Canva I'm working on, so maybe 2 more weeks and I'll be done with this part of the creation. So make sure you join every day if you want to keep watching me. And if you follow also, you'll be notified, I think, when I go live. Because I'll also be showing live the pouring process. And what else? Oh yeah, I'll be showing live the night of the exhibit, the big launch. So I'll have a speech. It's gonna be in French though, so I'm not sure if you could have some kind of translation right on TikTok. I know some of you guys are French Canadian, so that's not going to be a problem for you. But if you want to join on this like very exciting vibe, very noisy, it's going to be different from what's happening today in my studio. Very zen, calm. I do apologize if I miss some of your comments, because sometimes I'm looking, well, most of the time I'm looking down at what I'm doing. I'm trying to look up every so often, but I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I might have missed it. Thanks for following me, Lumi. I was watching a webinar this morning and I was working on making these little pieces, but for sure I'm gonna have to make more. I tried making them live, but not a lot of people seem to enjoy that, so I'm not doing them live anymore. I do them while I watch TV, or last weekend I brought the big dictionary to my sister's house and we were just like a big family reunion, and at the same time as we were just chatting, I was tearing the little papers. I don't know how many pages I've been tearing, but a lot. The dictionary, you can tell, like has spaces in between the pages. I picked them randomly within the dictionary because I don't want, for example, to have all the A's in one of the paintings. And I do half and half French and English. So I'll tear some from the English side and then some from the French side. So it was my nephew's birthday and my sister's mother-in-law was there. And she was like, "What? You're tearing a dictionary?" Yeah, a dictionary that was going to be thrown in the recycling bin. It's not like we use those anymore. And it was from 2002. And I know people born in the other millennium think that 2002 is not so far away, but it is. That's the glue I'm using. I'm streaming from Canada, the province of Quebec. I'm in a small town close to Maine. If you want to help me, there are many ways you can help me. First of all, being here. Second, liking this live or sharing it. Then you can follow my profile here or on YouTube. I have my YouTube handle written on my profile. So those are all things that you can do for free. Then if we move up a little bit more expensive, you can send me gifts and I'll use the money you send me to buy material for this exhibit. I do need to buy frames, more paints. So that's what I'll be doing with that money that you send me through gifts. And also you can use my affiliate links to go see what, for example, my books. I have many books in English. You can buy one of my books. Or if you buy on Amazon through my affiliate links, it gives me a little commission and it's not more expensive to you. So it's just a way to take money from Amazon and give it to me instead. So they make less profit and I make a couple of dollars. Two days ago, we made a live pouring, and people in the studio were the ones choosing the colors. I thought people would like it more than they did, so I don't know if I'm gonna try it again. Let me show you the result though. So this is what we create. Where can I view your work? You can find my website right, is it on my profile? And on my TikTok, you see a lot of my work too. So yeah, that's where you can go. I'm thinking of doing live sales maybe. I don't know if you guys would be interested. I feel like it would be easy to ship the paper ones, because otherwise, like the ones that are framed or that are on big canvases, I mean, you would pay more for the shipping than for the artwork, so I don't think it would make sense. No! Crap. Hello, Rosa, Anne, Cecilian, Luna, Lala, Lollipop. Hello, welcome. Started working on this concept in January, and I still have 3 canvases to create, and I have to put on my big girl pants and order the frames. I'm kind of scared of ordering the frames because frames are expensive. But then they're still going to be expensive in 2 months, so I should order them right now. Come on. I need to figure out also how I'm going to put them up in the space where I'll be exhibiting, because it's not like an art space. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what type of walls they have, and they probably are not going to want me to stick nails in their walls. So I still don't know what I'm going to do about that. If you have ideas, let me know if you've done something like that, using unconventional space to put your art Is this scripture? No, it's a dictionary. It's a bilingual dictionary. Would you like me to use scriptures, or you would lose your mind? Because I was like, you're the first person to suggest like using a Bible. But I think it's offensive even though I'm not religious. And in a way, yes, it would be so beautiful. Okay, so you would agree with that. I talked about that to someone else and she was like, no. If there's a Bible at your house, you give it to me. You're not tearing it apart. Yeah, so what was I saying? I lost my idea. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so yeah, I was thinking of using a Bible maybe to be provocative. I'm very religious and I would love art like that. I don't find it offensive. See, that's a different perspective. Thanks for sharing. The lady I was talking about, like I was telling her about this and she's like, no, don't do that. Like that would be disrespectful to the actual Bible. But anyways, I don't think I'm gonna do that just because I don't really feel a connection to the Bible or any other religious text. So I don't think it would be very significant for me as an artist to be working with that. Whereas the dictionary makes a lot of sense because I'm an author. To me, it's not like you're disrespecting it. You're making beauty from God's words. Yeah, that's a beautiful way to think about it. If you want to try it, you can. You can get some glue and get crafting. And you don't have to make like tiny little pieces of paper like I did. You could just pick a whole page or maybe handpick the words that you prefer. And I do like Bible paper. It's like a specific, like so thin and has something nice to it. I like the texture. One of the projects I would like to do also is to recycle paper, and I've already started. When I'm tearing the dictionary pages, there is like a big sides where there's no printing, so I remove that and I keep it in a bag. So I've been collecting paper to do recycling. And I'd like to use natural colors, like from dandelions or onion peels. You can create tints. Is that how I would say it? They're not paints. So that's in my bucket list. Hello Julie, hello Bonnie, hello Cindy, hello Kimberly, Carlos, Cassia, hello. Welcome in my studio. Streaming from Canada. What are you covering? It's a canvas, but it's a card, like a board canvas. Let me show you. Like, it's not as thick as an actual. Okay, so can you see? Like, it's not very thick, so it's a very sturdy cardboard that's been covered to look like an actual canvas. And I was looking to get a grant for this project, but I didn't, so that was a way for me to save a little bit on the upfront cost of making it. And then I'll be framing all this, and the frames are expensive, but it's like trying to build a business, but from something that people don't necessarily need. Maybe not the best business decision, but it's so sad that artists now need to be like entrepreneurs. Maybe it was always that way, but like I enjoy making this just because I enjoy making this, so, and I don't have time to create this if I don't make money. So either I work somewhere else, which means I won't have time anyway, or energy, or I do this and hope that I'll get money somehow. That's why I'm using affiliate links to try to get like a couple of bucks if you guys buy through my link on Amazon. I make a couple $100 each year from my creations, mostly from my books. I have 10 books that are available on Amazon and other platforms too. They are both paperbacks and ebooks. I sell on Kobo, I sell on Google. So I get a couple $100 from that. And I get a couple $100 from paintings. But this year, I'll be getting more visible on social media, so hopefully this will help me sell a little bit more, which will give me more time, which means that I'll be creating more and also publishing more, which will help me get more money. So that's the Lulu me believing in miracles. If you ever do scripture art, I'm buying it, girl. Thank you. What would I search for in Amazon to see your finished products? I don't sell paintings on Amazon. You can DM me if you want. We can talk. I can send you pictures. So what I sell on Amazon is my books. And also if you buy other products through my affiliate links, if you're in Canada, it doesn't work in other countries, it gives me a couple of bucks. I guess a commission. Maybe we could talk about commission artwork. I could do one specifically for you. What are you gluing on? What kind of glue? Okay, that's the kind of glue I'm using. Professional glue with UV protection in it. And this canvas is a like a cardboard, very thick, but it has the same texture as a actual canvas and has gesso on it. And once it's framed, you can't tell that it's like a cheaper form of canvas. Even though this work was not created with like an actual market in mind, like it's not meant to be decorative, it's more meant as a exhibit piece. I'm wondering if some people might want to buy it once the exhibit is over. Like, is that a type of work that you would put in your house? Like, I don't know. Maybe like a publishing. Does it dry matte? You can buy a matter one, but this one is medium gloss, so will be glossy. I think there's one that's more glossy and one that's matte. I think they have like 3 different ones. I like to use the bigger pieces to go over the side. They're just easier to place. Hello, Susie, Michelle, Toronto, Sugar Wookie, hello, Nancy, Barsik, Mary, Undisturbed, hello, welcome. Hi, Jenny. I'm streaming from Quebec in Canada. And I'm not a separatist. I'm very proud to be Canadian. I want to keep being Canadian. But I want to keep speaking French too. I'm French Canadian, so. No way, I'm from Manitoba. I wish I could speak French. Try Duolingo. It's not magical, but it helps. I did learn quite a lot in school because we had like an advanced program for those wanting to speak English, but I also lived in the US as an exchange student, and also I went to university in English, and then I got to practice and keep it alive through customer service jobs or travel. I speak 3 languages already. I learned some French in school, but it was difficult. Well, 3, that's impressive. That's good. Hello, category cat. Online start. Svarsik. Can't read that. Hello, Lise. Artful Bakes. Hello. Hello, Critty. Hello, Tiff. Here I have this nice layer of glue. I'll be peeling later once I'm done. Jenny, languages in general fascinate me. Yes. Yes, me too. Do you have a finished piece to show? I have one here, but it's a mock-up. So it's on thinner paper, but this is what it looks like in the end. And each piece will be related to a short story, and the piece will be using colors and movement that will have a link to the short story. So for example, if the story has a lot of anger, I want to use red and to give it very like spiky movements. So it's abstract, but I wanted to evoke the emotion from the short story. I'm adding more glue to this little lid here. I also use the mock-ups. I have a couple of them to do an AI exhibit. I just pretend that they're framed. I also ask it to pretend that they were this size, a much bigger size. So this is 16 by 20 inches. And I ask it to frame the work and to put it like in an exhibit space. So it was really cool to see what it looks like. It just gives it credibility once it's framed. It's like, yeah, this is real art. Whereas when it's just on a piece of paper, it looks kind of sad, I think. I'm very proud to be taking action towards this exhibit and putting myself out there. I know that this work is not for everyone. And so I know that I will be judged. And it's hard, but I'm not gonna stop reaching for my dreams because of that. I don't want to live a scared life. Go easy on yourself. Screw the judgment. It's hard. It's so hard. Some people go out of their way to write mean comments. Not here. You guys are awesome. Like, if you don't like it, just you can move on and just not say mean things. Like, I don't enjoy everything that I see here, but I'm like, oh yeah, that's your thing. Good. And then you just move on. You let people be. You don't have to watch what they're creating. But trying to reach 1,000 followers on my profile. So if you want to help me reach that goal, that would be very much appreciated. There are some features on TikTok that I can't have if I don't have 1,000 followers. Hello Sylvia, hello user 25s, hello Candy, hello Anna Lucimoy, that's a long name, hello Mafor, hello Annalise, and hello Joe, Sapu, Batu, you, Sarah. Welcome everyone to my studio, streaming from Canada. It's a beautiful day today, it's sunny and not extremely cold, just regular cold. And we got a nice snowfall yesterday, so the trees are beautiful. Hello Luciana, Becky, Vanita, Pauline, Nana. Welcome. Let me know if you have questions. I put most of the recordings on YouTube, so if you ever want to look back on something, or if you just want to work with me, I'm there 24/7. You can watch the recordings. Takes about 10 hours to cover one canvas, and I need 10 for my solo exhibit. I can answer your questions if you have some. We are 200 people right now gluing along. It's amazing. I ran out of things to say and share. But if you have questions, I'm willing to answer them. Otherwise, I think we're just enjoying the silence. No. Okay, I think I'm done for today. Let me show you something before you quit. See, that's what I have left. That's one I'm done with. That's the back of what I'm using. Louvre, I want to do one of these so bad. You should buy cheap glue and just have fun. This is a pouring I did 2 days ago, along with some of you guys that were in the studio. You picked the colors. This is another mock-up that I did. So this goes this way. So I could frame them and they would look great, I think. So I have some AI mock-ups made from this. I said pretend that it's this size and frame it. So I have that on my profile if you want to look. And these are two of the paintings that I was presenting at what's it called? Like, we're raising funds for the association we have here. And I had 3 paintings and one of them sold. So I sell those for $50. And I was sad to bring them back home. I feel like they deserved to be adopted. But anyways. So 224, that's my best record ever. Make sure you follow. I need 1,000 followers on my profile to to unlock some things, some features that I want from TikTok. Yeah, so I need your help. Thank you. Hope you'll be there tomorrow. Bye.